Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here on this Monday morning, starting out another week here in the Florida Panhandle. And we're going to keep you informed on everything going on in our great outdoors. So we appreciate you being with us on these days, and it's going to be, I hope you had a great weekend, and we've got a lot of stuff to look forward to. Let's get started with our weather. High of 91, low of 78. Actually, the water temperature dropped a degree down to 87. It went from 88 to 87, so that's no trend started yet. It's still going to be hot out there. Our Monday moon forecast brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. We're looking at this, today is the 17th, on Thursday the 19th or Wednesday the 19th, we'll have a new moon coming up, and that's going to be starting off that new phase and all. And I've always been just intrigued with all of our moon phases since I was a kid, looking up in the sky and just wondering what in the world was going on with that thing. And it's always been, you know, in our brains and all this, our parents and granddaddies and all of them talked about how important the moon was. And the older I got, the more I realized what they were talking about, on especially outdoor things. And so that's why I always give that Monday moon phase, so you can sort of know what's going on, because it does affect the fishing game. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Like I say, today is some really strong tides. I'm talking about some super tides today. The next couple of days, we're having a high tide this morning at 8:30 and a low tide tonight at 7:20. Now, it's really outgoing. I mean, it's going to get high, but I mean, it's falling out really strong today. The wind's going to be coming out west-northwest, so that won't have a big effect. It's only coming like 6 or 7 miles per hour. So you have a really good falling tide. You can get in all these passes, all the way from St. George Island all the way up here to Destin Pass. All the passes we have with the outgoing tide is going to really bring in some good bait for all the fish, all the big fish hanging around. They'll be sitting there ambushing it. All right, let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get started on pictures, and we're going to start off with a good one. Jeff and I, we get some of the pictures and all. Even Jeff talked about what a good one this is. Sent to us with Jerry Forehand over there on East Bay. I'm going to show you two. One's a Gulf Rainbow Cloud and one's a sunset last Tuesday. But stop and look at that, looking toward the Tyndall Bridge over there. You still see some broken trees and all. Jerry, that is a fine shot right there. Thank you for sending that one. And then the rainbow last week. That's just beautiful. And this is some of the beauty of the Florida Panhandle captured in outdoor photography. Okay, this is some interesting information. Hats off to Okaloosa County. They've deployed what they call fish aggregating device buoys. They call them FAD. I don't know why they call them congregating, because the fish congregate around them, but they use the word aggregating with FADs. Now, I want to encourage ours. Okay, I'm going to just show you some pictures of it. This is what it looks like. They're just, you know, it's just a fish attractant, okay? This is just looking at it before it's deployed into the water. Here it is when they put it in the water, right here, and they got it, you know, weighted at the bottom. And you can get the coordinates, and all the fish, all the little fish you can understand, and just get in there and hide. And it's going to be, and here it is as it's going down in the water with a diver, okay? And you can see how it's going to be setting up vertical, and you can imagine how many fish are going to start gathering around it. And this is very similar to what Mexico Beach, seems like everybody's doing it, but Bay County. We really need to get our tourist development. And a lot of this, I read about it, and a lot of this money that they're getting this with, the money coming from the Okaloosa County Tourist Development Council. You can imagine the money they get from Destin and all for tourist development and Okaloosa Island. So what they're doing, they're putting some of that money back into the beauty of the outdoors, and also you're going to catch little fish on it, you're going to catch big fish on it, and put 4 of them out. So I would love to see our Tourist Development Council funnel some of that money into what we're doing here. Okay, here's a good announcement now. This is the year they're talking about doing good things for our neighbors and all. Here's a good announcement here. The 4th annual Apalachicola National Forest Trash Cleanup. They started this, the Southeastern Dog Hunters Association and Season of Hope Outdoors. That's Michael Harris and his crew. They do this each year, and they go over there from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., and they just pick up trash. They're going to meet at Forest Road 105, and of course they're going to keep social distancing, which won't be hard to do, picking up trash. There won't be that many people out there. And they're going, on the bottom there'll be cold drinks and all, and there's the numbers on the bottom. We're going to put this on the calendar, and this is just enjoyable, getting out in the woods. And my hat's off to these folks, these outdoorsmen, doing such a good deed for the outdoors. Good job there. Okay, I'm gonna skip over this one here. Okay, top picture, what I'm expecting from trail cam footage. That top picture, this is what you're expecting. And then probably what you're gonna get is a raccoon eating your corn. And you know, I know every one of y'all are chuckling at that, because this is a story a lot of times when you see all kind of, my corn's gone, and here's a raccoon. Okay, Billy Wilcox sent these pictures. We've been talking about a controlled burn. These are some pics of St. Joe's Peninsula State Park during a controlled burn in 2016. I took this picture from under Highland View Bridge, and I remember that burn. Here it is right here. It really, we thought all kinds of things on fire when we were driving down there, but that was a state park out there, and you see what a controlled burn. See the clouds forming, just like the clouds did at Tyndall 2 weeks ago during that burn. But here's the other picture of it too. Thank you, Billy, for sending that. That's some cool stuff. Okay, Tom Gurley sent this picture of this lighthouse, and Tom is really good about. Let me see. I want to read what it said though. The tower had 20, this is out in Biloxi. The tower had 23 feet of water in it after Hurricane Katrina. When rebuilding the inside, lines were painted to show water levels of major hurricanes that hit the tower. So if you've been to Biloxi, which I know a lot of y'all have, I'm gonna blow it up right here. This is still standing in the middle of the road over there. There's the road, and that's actually a tourist development place behind it now. But that lighthouse has endured many, many hurricanes, and what a great picture Tom Gurley was sending that. Okie dokie, let's move on. Okay, let's go and take a break now. We're going to come back, and I'm going to show some pictures of Paul Winterman out there and taking some great pictures of some moose. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I know you remember Paul Winterman and his wife Julie. They were going to travel across America all the way up to Alaska, and then they had to delay it because of COVID, but they started it back not too long ago, and they're in Colorado now. And he sent this. I'm going to read it to you, then I'm going to show you the pictures. While at Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado, Julie and I were walking down a trail to take some scenic pictures of a barn near a stream when Julie spotted some movement about 10 yards away. As we both looked, a big bull moose materialized right before our eyes. After moving a safe distance, we started taking pictures and videoing. Before long, 2 more bulls came out. Then it went on to say the females, right now the bulls are sort of hanging together. Before, not too much longer, they're going to start fighting each other when the females start coming around. So anyway, we're going to show you some pictures, just some great pictures. Okay, here we go, the first one here. Is that, can you imagine that 20 yards from you walking? Look at it, during this set of pictures, look at the clarity and the sharpness of these pictures. Okay, look at that. Is that not beautiful? Of course, they're protected out there in the national park, and that's why you can, look at that, splashing the water, walking through the stream. I was just thrilled seeing these. I know you were too, you were going to be, and look at that one. It looks like he's looking at you. To me, that looks like an older one there, but I just don't know. Look at this action shot here, climbing up there. They're just so interesting creatures, and that was the place they were going. What a great shot there. Paul Winterman and Julie. A couple more. This one here, and okay, I think that's it. That's it right there. So that's a pretty good set of pictures right there. We appreciate it. Okay, I got some more pictures. I want to show this set of pictures here because they're special to me too. I want to Raven Taylor. We're going to jump on this. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Raven Taylor. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Got a picture right here. she and her boyfriend and the whole family were able to go. This is Harriet Taylor's granddaughter, and I've known her a long time. Good family here. And here's the people in the picture. We got Shane, Sherry, Dalton, Piper, and Wade Messick, and Raven Taylor. They went on the family tradition charter from St. Andrews Marina. All right, look at it. Okay, when your boyfriend takes you fishing with the family, he's proud. Look at the ones that Raven called. Look over here, the one she called on the left over here. Let's see. Now look at the Dalton. You see where the shark got his? He cut it in half. Okay, and Dalton now on the right, he's headed to University of Florida to start a forestry program down there, and Raven's getting ready. She's still in school, but she's going to be going to hopefully to law school over in Florida State. But it's so great to see them in the outdoors. But look at this big old king mackerel that she caught. That is a nice one right there. I'm proud of you, Raven. Proud of you enjoying the outdoors. And I'm proud of you, Dalton, for going to that forestry program at the University of Florida. There's only a couple of those forestry programs still running in the Southeast. Auburn has one. Georgia had one. I don't know if they still do, but Florida and Auburn are the two main ones now. And managing our forestry is so critical this day and age. So good job, and looking forward to all y'all's outdoors adventures in the coming years and all. Now, thank you, Harriet Taylor, for all the help there. But here's one more picture of it. I just want you again look at that where that's bit in half. That family tradition charters. That's the Laverne Raphael, and they're good folks there. Now, speaking of the deckhand, Kyle Register, he's with the same people, and Kyle caught this wahoo. Kyle is a deckhand working with him and all, and he fishes a lot. But folks, is that not a good-looking wahoo? Caught off the same boat. All right. All right, now let's talk about one of the things we all enjoy doing. Y'all excuse me okay, one of the things we enjoy doing, and I don't get to do it enough, and I talk about it some, is what I call arrowhead hunting. Most people call it artifact hunting and all that, just looking for old Native American relics around in the woods and all. And I ran across this article by a good friend of mine, and I'm going to show you the picture here in a minute. Let's see. Tess Jolly did an article on it about just some points. Okay, here's a picture of here do's and don'ts of artifact hunting. Now you've seen that before. A lot of time in a plowed field, you can see that, pick that up, and it's really good. But she wrote an article on it. Tess did. Tess is one of my SEOPA buddies, but. A couple of things to do. Get permission. I'm going to sort of go through these fairly fast. Number one, get permission from a landowner, and which is you just want to always do that. Number two, spread goodwill. Offer to assist the owner with chores. Isn't that a great idea? Number three, keep a journal and label them. And this is something I wish I'd done when I was younger. I've got a collection of them. I just don't remember where they all came from. I remember some of them. And number four, research and understand and obey all laws. And the last one, be aware if there's a strong present-day Native American population in the area, and if it's considered sacred ground, you don't want to be going to that area. Okay, so here's a don't. Don't assume you have permission to hunt artifacts, including bringing your buddies. Always ask. And number two, dig with express permission. And number three, assume you can hunt anytime. You don't. You want to check with the landowner and see when it's a good time. You don't want to be going out there, planting some corn or something. And remember now, hunting artifacts on public or government land or in state and national parks is forbidden. And of course, you can't disturb human remains or relics from funeral sites and all that. So anyway, just do's and don'ts, some basic do's and don'ts on artifact hunting. So. I know in the early years, a lot of folks on St. Vincent Island, before it became a national park, and before it became a national place, a lot of pottery and all was taken from there, and there was some really, really cool stuff from that area on St. Vincent Island. But you can't do that anymore. You can't pick that stuff up anymore. Okay, now let's get ready to draw. I promised y'all Friday. So Jeff left this is Studio B, but I went back and got it for you, Jeff. So we're going to do a drawing. We're going to do Friday's drawing now, but we're going to add some names. Herman, Zackrell, and Tammy. Now, they're good friends with Bob and Levon Bilsma. Lavon's Lighting, and Herman and Bob had the same problem with their spouses. And the problem is that their spouses catch more fish than they do, because I see it on the pictures all the time. And they're working on it, they're trying to do better. But Herman, you and Bob need to pick up the slack. Here's your name, add your name in here right here. All right, here we go. So we're going to, this first drawing is going to be for Los Antojitos, $25 gift certificate. Okay, and the winner is going to be Lori St. Clair from Abe Springs. All right, very good, Lori. And the winner of the $20 gift certificate, Wanda Miller at Tarpon Dock. And then the winner of the Big Red Snapper is going to be, I bent this wrong way, all the way from Howard Creek, Kathy Vickers. All right, my Howard Creek neighbors down there. Now listen, you folks at Howard Creek, y'all got to keep your dogs on a leash now. You can't let your dogs be running around. One of the neighbors, there's a Howard Creek Facebook page, and I enjoy it so much. It keeps me what's going on and people checking on each other and all. But y'all got to keep your dogs on a leash down there now. Don't be running people's yard and getting their chickens. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at one time, 11:35 to 1:35, smack dab in the middle of the day. And what a good time to go. The tide's gonna be going out. The sun's gonna be up there. You can see everything real good, and you're gonna need a fan. All right, let's look at this. I want to wish a happy 80th birthday last week over here. Something close to the Florida Panhandle heart, of course, is the Blackwater Fish Hatchery. They're celebrating 80 years. This is over there now. I'm going to show you the map. It's west of us, and this is their right here. Blackwater Fish Hatchery celebrating 80 years, and this is. I keep saying I'm going to make a field trip over there. I wanted to take my class. It was just too far to go. It's over there in Holt, not too far from Pensacola. But this is I found an early black and white picture. This is how they used to take them out of the hatchery and put them in the ponds and catch them and put them out and everything, barefooted, and it's a lot more sophisticated now. And here's a picture. This is FWC now. They started 80 years ago. They started actually raising the little fingerling bass, the little 3-inch bass in all these ponds, and they've kept it. The marine biologists, the fish biologists have done so well with that setup there. Okay, and you see they've got striped bass and all. You see some of the results of it. So happy 80th birthday to those folks over there. And look, and here's another shot. Is that not cool? You think the mosquitoes are under control with all those gourds for the martins? I just like that setup there, and they keep everything clean, and it's just a great situation, and hats off to them for being there for 80 years. And here's a map. You people want to know, where in the world is it? On the left bottom is Pensacola. That's I-10. That's Escambia Bay, sort of northern fingers of Escambia Bay on the left bottom. Smack dab in the middle right here is their Blackwater Fisheries Research and Development Center. So that's Baker up in the right-hand corner. So you can see it's about an hour and 45 minutes from here in Panama City. And I don't know if they do tours or anything, but it's something I'm sure you could do a field trip and all over there. So anyway, I just want to wish them a very happy 80th birthday. Also, we were talking about putting up game cameras, and I ran across this article, so I'll copy it for you real quick. You know, game cameras have just brought a new dimension to the outdoors, not just in hunting, just in observing different things. And I know some people have game cameras just to have up on property, just to see what's going on, for not just for security, but birds and raccoons and bears and whatever. And we always get a lot of bear pictures. But this article here, it gave 5 places to set deer cameras this summer. One, of course, would be the food source. So you always want to do that. You always put around a food source. Number 2, if you have a bait station like a mineral block or something like that, or you put some kind, see that little bag is pouring out, that's just some special kind of food. And I won't go into all the mineral different things, but You can put them in different areas instead of just having your corn coming out of your feed, or you can put this down by the creek and all and just see what's going on. So you want a camera down there around what you call a bait station. Number 3, of course, a water hole. And I've done something similar to this, especially you make your own watering hole. Take a pool, old plastic pool or something, and I've done this. I've taken 5-gallon bucket in the back of my truck and loaded them up, put the lid on them, and during the drought and all during the summer, we've made a place like this so they have a little bit of water, because they flat sure, if they're not around in the creek area, they'll flat sure run out of it. And then, of course, number 4, they're only doing 5, the deer trails. You want any kind of deer trails you want to scout out, and any kind of mark. So you want your camera around a deer trail, and then the last one, what they call a staging area, where they're sort of, this is before a pre-rut, and I'll see him putting his camera there, and you want to set it up. And now this time of year, you want to go and get it set up, and keep the staging areas is close by where they're going to be getting out in and off. So anyway, we just wanted to. We got a lot of information passed out, but a camera just added a new dimension to the outdoors. I'm so proud of them. I got one years ago, a little cheap one, and then I finally broke down and got a good one from C&G, a Spy Point. I'm just tickled with it. You saw the picture last year. I have not hooked mine back up, but I'm planning to do it starting next week. I'm going to start doing a lot of things into this week and next week that I haven't been able to the last month or so. My schedule has been pretty full, but we're going to get one of the first things we're going to do is get our game camera set up after we do our scalloping trip. So we'll be giving some scallop reports on later in the week and get all of the things put together about what folks are doing and all. I'm going to wrap it up. I got 2 or 3 other things to talk about, but don't have time to get to them today. So we'll always tell you how much we appreciate you watching the show. I do want to tell you that strong tides today is going to be really good fishing if you get a chance to get out. Some of y'all are off on Mondays. If the weather holds up and all, it's a good time to do it. You have a great day. Do something good for your fellow man. Enjoy our great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.